And here we are again. Tonight we have, and there we go. Hello, everyone. I am
Hey,
SuperbLee, and I have here once again with Kevin Johnson from The Existence. I do apologize for the delay if you are watching. I know we were supposed to start at 8, so I 100% apologize for that. We are just figuring out the kinks. But here we go, once again, with my man
here we are.
Kevin Johnson. Kevin, man, how's it
What's
been?
going
It's
on?
it's good. It's been a week. It's been a week, right? Tell me, any good stories this week or anything that you learned?
Yeah, actually, yeah, definitely some like life lesson kind of stuffs. Um, stuffs. So I would say trying to figure out where in life music can fit, because so many things have to be figured out right now. Um, Basically, I'm looking for a new job, and uh, my wife and I and Jay, we started a new workout regimen. And so, with all these different things going on, we're having to juggle life feverishly. And with that, the pursuit of music can sometimes fall to the bottom of the list because it's lowest priority. Um, it's something that I definitely do not want because it's the dream and everything. And I think the biggest lesson is managing time and trying to make things work no matter the cost, if you will. And I think this is where sacrifice is a big thing. And I'm learning as I go, but I think you just people talk about what you have to sacrifice in order to get what you want in life. And when you actually start living that life, it can get pretty difficult because the setbacks and the struggles, the little stresses that happen within each moment, I think those things matter the most that people should be aware of is if you want to go for things, be ready for the small stresses that happen before, after, between.
Yeah, I think I got a supporter here from J&K 5. They say truth, and I will agree with that as
Truth
well.
indeed.
I'll say I put an amen in the chat room as well. Amen, brother. Amen. Or amen, sister.
Amen to
That's
that.
good.
I think I
Oh.
know that J and K person.
Oh, do you know that J&K? I think I know who
I
it is
think
too. Yeah, I think
good to have you on the show, J and K.
yeah, glad to have you on the show, J&K. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, no, that's good. That's good to know. That's a good. That's good. I hope actually. Your career in music. That was actually my next question along with the show. But since you just mentioned it, have you got any progress with your music career? Have you wrote any songs?
Yeah, so I've been working on recording an album, and I'd like to show a sample if that's okay.
Hey,
Uh,
I mean,
I
if you want to do it now, go ahead, brother.
I would be honored to. So I'm new to the recording game, at least in terms of like good technology. Before I was using my laptop and Audacity. Audacity's free, and I was young and just needed something to work with so I could get my ideas on not paper, but you know, on a
So,
digital file.
so
So
for those musicians or those who don't know what Audacity is, tell me what is Audacity exactly?
of course. Audacity is the free recording software that anyone can download. It's simple. You can record multiple tracks at once. So you can record, as long as you have a microphone and in any way, you can plug that microphone into the system and then record instruments on different tracks. So you could really get a whole band recording together. It just may not yield the results or the quality that you might find in like a professional setting.
Yeah, gotcha. Go on. Sorry, I just wanted to make that clear for those who didn't know what Audacity was. But yes, I would
Yeah,
use Audacity in high school, and I remember when you're in high school and you find something that was free and amazing, like at least to me it was amazing because it was like my first audio recording software. Uh, you just love it. But now that you're older, it was for me. I'm like, Audacity. Who? What an amateur. Ugh.
I mean, that's a big thing, and, like, when something's free, like, why not jump on that opportunity? And it's really cool because Audacity, I think, is, like, all open source. So it's free to the public. People can, I think, make changes to it if they contact them, but either way, like, because it was free and, I was strapped for cash in high school. So when I got something like that, I was at least able to learn the principles of recording and what it takes. And especially for many musicians, keeping on time with the metronome when you record a song can be very difficult. A lot of people often find that to be challenging. So I practiced with that all throughout high school. So now that I'm recording, so my friend Michael Peter, there's a big shout out to him because he gifted me an amazing gift, and now I have the technology to create music. And with that, I have GarageBand, which is pretty much a few steps up, and then you're in the neighborhood of these other excellent programs like Logic or Logic Pro. um there's a few others and they actually escape my mind, but Logic, I think people view that as like the top dog, like
Yeah, yeah,
Fender as a top dog, or Mercedes, if you will.
yeah. I think
So
Logic for at least a MacBook user or at least a Mac user, it's pretty industry standard, from my understanding.
yeah. And like MacBooks, iPads, they're so advanced now, and all the software that they offer for artists to use, like iMovie, GarageBand, like I would say professionals would see those as like making furniture, but at the same time, they're all gateways to excellent creative projects. And so as long as you like have the curiosity and the willingness to learn, like you'll make something cool, which if you don't mind me showing you, I'd like to show a little sample of a song I've been working on.
Sure, absolutely.
So
Just a real quick shout out for S Ray. S Ray, he say, "What's up, my dude?" So I'll say, "Hey, what's up, S Ray?"
what's happening is
S Ray. It's a good name. We were just
very nice.
just having some fun with that. Okay, sorry, my brother. Go ahead, Kev J. Go ahead, Kev
Very good.
J. Let's
Uh, I'll preface the song. So I've been recording each instrument, the drums, the bass, the guitar, the keyboard, and my next step is to do vocals, which I need to get certain equipment for that. But until then, um the song is called Some Time Alone. And I wrote this song because, well, Mr. Steve, have you ever had moments where you needed personal time, where you needed to go back to inner Steve and just be with yourself for a while?
yeah, it's like my whole high school life. That was like every day. But
They-
yeah, but now that I'm adult, it's instead of 365 days a year, it's only 364 days a year. So it's a little bit different.
oh, that's good. Well, see, you've improved.
Yeah, I've been a little bit.
And yeah, and that's great. Like we all need some time alone. We all need personal time. It's the balance of life of, being at the party and being at home away from the party, but being um satisfied with who you are through it all. And so I wrote a song with those feelings in mind, with that matter. And here we go. So this is called Some Time Alone. And I'm going to hold my speaker up here so it can catch in the mic.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Do apologize. I do see our screen's a little bit frozen, but if you can still hear us, that's great. Apologize for that little screen freeze. I'm not sure what happened, but we'll go ahead and as we get this fixed, Kevin, man, go ahead and show your stuff.
Thank you. This is Some Time Alone.
Hey Kevin, you still there? Hey there. Sorry, I don't know, not sure what happened. The audio seems a little choppy. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not quite sure why. Um, definitely, though, I heard a little bit of it,
Do you
but
think they?
it's sound a little bit choppy. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Do you think it's too loud? Do you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah, go ahead and try it again, play it, and if not, I can. If you send it to me, I can play it on my side too. Maybe that might help as well. Um, but yeah, there was a little
Cool.
bit of a lag. But so far, I agree with
Uh-oh.
S. Ray that it sounded pretty good from what I could tell as well.
Oh, good. That's good. Thank you, S. Ray.
S. Ray. What about
I
J
wonder
and
if
K?
it's
What's
Ray
J and
and
K
Sorry.
think? Or is she still here? I don't know. uh,
Yeah, I can play a sample again. I figure I was just gonna do like 30 seconds in and just show like little niblet. So,
show us a little
uh,
niblet, little niblet.
okay, but you can hear me fine just right now.
Yeah, I can hear you fine around. Go ahead, try
Okay,
again.
I'll play. I'll play a little lower, so
All
it's a
right.
little.
All right. Uh, huh. I don't know. I don't know, Kev. Not sure what's happening. Now I can't hear you.
Oh, did I cut out again?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened. But if you send it to me, I'll try to post it on my side. Maybe that might work.
Yeah, we can try that later. For now, it for whoever's tuning in, if you got to catch a bit of that, um, more to come later. I'm gonna record vocals and then do the same thing on the rest of the songs. Pretty much, I have about 8 songs in the works right now, and then I'm hoping to have 10 or 11 songs by the end of the year, and hopefully finished before the end of the year. There's always things to consider like mastering and mixing, which is a process I'm learning. But fortunately, um, I love it. It's so cool to do this stuff and to record and to make music.
Awesome, man. And just real quick question: did you record all that on your own, like the drums and the bass and the rhythm?
I did.
Whoa, multi-talented there. So let me ask you, how'd you do the
Thanks,
drums?
man.
Because that's always something I have an issue with. Like, I had a drum machine back in the day when I was in high school, going into college. This is my senior year. I asked my mother for a drum machine because when I was growing up, I used to listen to Kanye West. I mean, this is like old school Kanye West. This is like college dropout Kanye West. This was graduation Kanye West, and he used to go on. It was like oh, I forgot an MP. No, it was like a beat machine, right? It's a big old beat machine, and he used to make a beat. He used to make the drums using this beat machine, but this beat machine used to have floppy. So it used to actually take in floppy disks, right? And floppy disk
Man,
could only like carry 10 megabytes, right? 10 megabytes worth of sound. All right, now like we talk about gigabytes, we talk about terabytes, but back in the day, he could only he only had 10 megabytes worth of sound, but he used that limitation and made made his fortune off that basically that machine. But I remember asking my
Yeah.
mother for that machine. It was like at the time it was like $1,000, and it was and I loved that machine to death. I always loved that machine to death. But I always had trouble using like the MIDI keyboards or like if I were creating a drum pattern, clicking individual drum beats within, say, GarageBand or some kind of recording program that had instrument sounds. I mean, how do you do it?
Yeah. With the so there's a drum machine on GarageBand. I unfortunately don't have a drum set yet, which man, I want one so bad, but until like I get enough space, there's no place for it. So I do a drum machine within GarageBand, and you can tell off the bat with certain elements like a hi hat. If you put it into like 16 notes, like you can tell it's very machine made. It doesn't have like that natural flow that you hear in some recordings, but you can at least get something close to what you actually want. And I think that's the greatest thing about GarageBand so far is I've been able to make my dreams come true. Like my songs that I have in my head, I'm able to actually put them onto paper, if you will, and do it with quality. Like it sounds so clean, it sounds so nice, so that when I lay down the bass and the guitar and the vocals, I also have this system. It's called iRig. I'm able to plug my guitar directly into the iPad, and that gives a very clean sound with the guitar. It's not as natural as like using a mic and putting it up to your amplifier with your guitar, but again, you still get to realize an idea you have with a good quality. And like you're saying with Kanye, like it sounds to me like he used what was available for him to him, and he made lemonade.
Yeah, yeah. Man, there's just there's so many opportunities for musicians now. I mean, even when I was in high school, oh, gosh, I mean, that was like the era of like self-made musicians. Basically, everyone could buy their own recording equipment for $100 and post it on YouTube, and then be discovered by some um, what do you call them, talent scout. But now it's like now basically you put it on YouTube and you make money off YouTube anyway, right? If you get like so many
Mhm.
millions of views or subscribers, man, it's just rank the money from there, from sponsors, from ads. It's, it's crazy
Yeah,
how
there's a lot.
this music industry's changed, and it's just very few, really just a few years, and even a decade, I would just say is not too much, not much time, really.
Yeah, and like technology is moving so fast, but there's so many like opportunities with all of that. And I know that I keep track with like bands that I grew up with, like Blink-182 and Green Day and Less Than Jake. I like to watch interviews just to see like what's behind the scenes kind of thing. Like what do they have to say about their music and life in general? And they all say that like the music industry is tough because how do you make money from music nowadays? Because I guess back even just like a few years ago, people were making money off CD sales, or when iTunes was first a thing, they were making some money off of the royalties of like licensing their music out to iTunes. And I've heard Spotify doesn't actually support artists in the way we think it would.
Really?
Like you,
What do you mean?
you you get paid per play, but it's like Office Space. You get like a fraction of a penny per play. So if you were to get a billion plays, you would make a lot of money. I mean, I assume because a billion plays is a lot, but um, I think Spotify gives less and less. Or when you look at a record, whether it's vinyl, CD, tapes, whatever, there's usually a credit section showing the recording studio, the sound mixer, the sound engineer, anyone who's involved in the process of making that music. Now they all have to get paid, and nowadays, if you're an engineer, you get paid pretty well. If you're a sound engineer, I'm sure you get paid pretty well. If you're the record company promoting the band, they probably take a large chunk. So in the end, the artist, I feel, probably does not get as much as they think they should. And Steven Tyler actually said this very same thing in
Steven
regards to
Tyler from
his.
Aerosmith, right?
Yes, thank you for, yeah, thank you. Yeah, he was on a podcast with Joe Rogan, a fun podcast. You really like get to know the person there. And Steven Tyler, he had so much to say, and one of those things was that um, Spotify, the record companies, so many people take out of your pocket as an artist that how are you going to make money in the industry? So I think the biggest thing is adapting to what's happening and finding new ways to monetize. And think about Disney, Walt Disney. He created his cartoons in the beginning, and the only way he could make money was if he was able to present his cartoons in theaters. So the cartoon would play before the main show, and so he would make his money off a licensing fee. And then eventually he was able to create what's called revenue streams and open up different channels where he can make money. Obviously, like he was using the money to invest in bigger ideas, and that's like very important to know is that um, well, it's good to have different revenue streams. And for him, it was creating merchandise, and that merchandise selling like Mickey Mouse dolls and whatnot. That exploded their business with a lot of what you would call success, and that allowed them to invest more in things. And so I feel like with the music industry now, it's how can you create stuff around your music that can support you. And obviously the goal is not to make money, at least not for me. Like I would love to live my life around music. That's more my goal than to live my life around like becoming rich and wealthy. I think that's just a side effect of what you do in life.
Yeah, and then speaking of merchandise and getting money from merchandise, it it pertains, yeah, like I said, it pertains to really much everything because there's an interesting story that my mother told me where Pixar back in the day when it first started out, when they were making Toy Story and they just completed it, they made a deal, right? They made a partnership. This was before Disney actually bought Pixar and owned them, but it was actually a partnership, and Disney and Pixar made a deal where um, Disney would own the majority or really all of the merchandising profits from Toy Story, right? Pretty much,
Hmm.
right? They just own the rights, and then Pixar would get whatever's left over, right? Pixar didn't really make any money. Right? Toy Story was a huge success. It was huge in the box office, but they didn't make as much money as they would have if they had the rights to merchandising, because I think merchandising was like through the roof, right? And
Yeah,
so it just goes to show where, like you said, even though you have your product, you have your brand, you definitely need to find other ways, income uh, outlets in order to make more money. Because your brand is one thing, your brand is pretty much what you're trying to sell, but you're also you can make there are other sources of income uh, that you can make, such as merchandise, uh, live shows, for instance. Yeah. I don't know if anyone's out there in the audience, please leave comments or voice your opinion on that matter. I know I'm very being very generic and basic, but absolutely. I mean, there are a million ways to make $1 million, as one podcast, entrepreneur podcast I listen to. That's what they said is that there are a million ways to make $1 million. Absolutely.
that's cool. I like that quote.
Yeah.
Except I won't sell my body.
Well,
Not
Kev,
the
if you had a
I had a feeling with that.
if you
And
had
now
if you had all right a shirt that had this your sexy face on that shirt, I buy
oh.
it. Okay, just saying. And that's one way you can PG sell your body. Uh,
Oh,
anyway.
well, I'll, figure something out for you. Come next week with
Uh,
that shirt.
yeah, if I see that shirt on the market, I'm buying that.
Funny. Yeah,
uh,
it's funny, like, what people do for money and, like, what people do to become, like, famous. I was actually so my wife and I, we're tuning into some Glee, and, I didn't realize that show was, like, in its prime, and it was filmed during my high school years, our high school years, and, um, what was I oh, yeah, there's, like, an episode just teaching the idea of, like, what is fame, and it was kinda cool because, they were teaching the characters, like, if you want fame, you don't have to do much. Like, if you just want fame, you can put out a, uh a tape of, like a sexual tape. I didn't for some I blanked on, like, what to say, but, like, if you can put yourself naked out there and you'll get some kind of fame, and you could do something like, there's some shows on MTV that used to be where they would, like, do stuff to hurt themselves, and, people do that on
uh,
YouTube now. There's even a challenge where I mean, there's so many bad things on the internet, but, like, just, like, one thing where what people were doing to become famous was, like I remember it was just chugging bottles of vodka. Like, it was, like, showing, "Oh, I
ugh.
got, like I have the weakest liver. Check this out." And, like, people would, like, take a fifth or even more than that and chug the bottle of vodka, and, like, they would get like, "Oh, don't worry, it's not water." So they would, like, crack the seal and all that. But that's not the way to do things. I mean, like, you shouldn't, like, sacrifice your body for the sake of people noticing you. And obviously there's more to it than you think when people do this kind of stuff. Um, that's not a way to, do life. You shouldn't just want fame. You shouldn't just want this or that. Like, you should, I don't know,
Yeah,
you
no,
should
I
do
agree
stuff
with
for
you.
yourself.
Absolutely, I know what you're
Yeah.
saying. Absolutely, you shouldn't give up your values or your soul, right? They say, those rock and roll people, right? Most of the rock and roll. I'm a big 80s rock fan, but some of their music, right, definitely promotes
Yeah.
a lot of things that as an adult I wouldn't do anymore, right? And
Right.
when I was a dumb college kid, I had no idea what I was saying and probably did some things I regretted. But now when I'm an adult, it's definitely not the life I want to live, especially with my personal beliefs, my faith as well. And and so
Right.
so you definitely have to do something that's within your values. And just on a side note, I see here that S Ray said those Kevin Temp tattoos were a hit too. You had tattoos, bro?
Yeah, I do have one. I
What?
definitely, yeah,
And
it's
you
on my shoulder here. Yeah. It's the,
oh
it's one of the Blink-182 smiley face logos.
oh, I was thinking you had like your tattoo of your face on your
No, that's one on you. Actually, it's actually a
uh,
good story how I got the tattoo. So, it was, oh man, I'm blanking if it was I think it was Jay's birthday, and we
and by the
went
way,
and
those
got
who
a
don't
tattoo.
know Jay's Kevin's wife. Kevin,
Yes.
Kevin's
They
Kevin's wonderful, smart, and beautiful wife, who's a good friend of mine too. So if she's listening,
rated the best one.
anyway,
But So for her birthday, we went to the tattoo shop, whatever you call it, and basically we chose each other's tattoos without showing each other, and we got our tattoos without looking. And so I chose the tattoo Jay was gonna get, and she chose the one that I was gonna get. Now, obviously, we had like conversations prior to this of like what we were interested in, but the final product, if you will, was not decided until that moment. And the one thing that we did agree upon was that where the tattoo was gonna go. Because I'm not one for a tramp stamp or getting like a teardrop under my eye. I figure I would start
I
with
hope not. I'd be nervous if you did. So
my
this
the
interview
next
was
one.
nice, Kevin from the Existence, but we kind of have to go now.
I
Uh,
have stories. You're gonna say.
don't don't add another teardrop to your face after this show, okay?
Don't worry. But we ended up getting it. Like Jay, she has two mountain ranges on her feet now. So basically, on the side of her foot, she's got these mountain ranges, and I picked one of them. She loves like nature, and she loves everything about it. And so since she already one on her foot, on her I think it's her right foot, I figured match it with the left side, same style. There's like a few mountain ranges and a tree, and it turned out really well. Like the artists who did it did a great job, and it was funny because I was getting mine on my back, and the guy at this point was doing like touch ups. He was just finishing it up, and his coworker. We were gonna do it like a big reveal at the end, but his coworker came over, and he's like admiring it, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh man, Blink-182, right on." And that was like that was it. Um, but it turned out really well. It's basically like the Blink-182 smiley face, but it's mixed with the yin and yang sign. I love yin and yang. It's I annoy Jay so much because I always talk about life is about like this balance between you know two forces. The yin, the yang, the black, the white, the this and the that.
Yeah, and then going full circle about what we were talking about, because we kind of drifted there. That's my fault. But we drifted there to Kevin's tattoos, and we're going back to personal values. Definitely, if we're doing something, even if you get a tattoo, like, do you get something that means something, something with your personal beliefs, or if you're going into music, right? You want to write music that has good lyrics that is within your personal beliefs, within your personal values, and never ever, never ever sacrifice your values for something. Don't ever sell your soul, right? You want to make sure you do something that's within your value system, and that's what you are, what who you are, right? I mean, that's
Definitely.
yeah, absolutely. If you're
And
a country singer, right, but rap and hip hop are the thing, okay, that's fine. If you want to try it, it doesn't hurt. I say go for it. Take that risk. But if you know country music is what you believe in, and country music uh, you connect with country music, and that country music is more of what, let's say, fumbling my words, but then go for it, right? Go for it.
yeah, and I'll reference an artist that's pretty much he's like on the mainstream right now, if you will. His name's Machine Gun Kelly, and I like I heard some of his songs because he was doing collaborations with Travis Barker from Blink-182, the drummer,
Yeah.
and I heard the jams and like I like what he does, and I like he has his values and he sticks to them. His lyrics very much speak a personal tone of his, and I really appreciate because you can feel the honesty. You can tell when someone is truly speaking like from their heart, and that's like the beauty of music is like when people are speaking straight from their soul, from their heart. You can you can tell those things as opposed to someone who's just kind of maybe they're a puppet for the record companies and they're just playing what they're told to play. That's a different kind of pathway and a different kind of musician. And I shouldn't talk down on it because, you know, in the end, music has been made into a business, and people have been able to live their lives because of this stuff. So, um, but I definitely love and really respect artists who do what they want to do because they feel it's like true to themselves. And I brought up Machine Gun Kelly because he was doing rap when I looked into his older stuff. And that really surprised me because his new stuff, his collaborations with Travis Barker, they're very punk. They're very like pop punky sound, rock. And I thought that was so cool because he had no fear. Maybe he did, but he went to another genre and tried it out. And he did a really good job. And perhaps it's just a matter of like if your voice is within country, if it's in rap, if it's a little bit of here and a little bit of there. I mean, heck, even bluegrass, like whatever you want to do to speak your message, um, go for it.
Yeah, and I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that 100%. Well, Kevin, so I'm gonna give you for this
Yes.
part of the show. Really, this show is just
Okay.
conversation, casual conversation. But I'm gonna give you an option, okay? So number one, I'm gonna
Okay.
give you an option. Excuse me. The first option is that you can play one of your songs. And by the way, ever since you played Fade Away, and I heard Fade Away on your concert last week, well, last Wednesday. So if those who don't know, if you're listening or if you're on YouTube, Kevin has a show every Wednesday. And are you having a show tomorrow? I'm not sure, but are you having anything on Twitch for tomorrow?
So tomorrow, I'm actually not able to with Thanksgiving and all that. So I think um, I'm gonna send a message and say that I'll play next week.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I think that'll be key because I think most people are gonna spend time with family and friends anyways.
Okay, absolutely. That's understandable, especially with the holidays. But Kevin has a show usually every Wednesday at 8
Mhm.
o'clock around that time. Around last concert was around 2 hours. It was actually really cool, really awesome. It was just him soloing it up. I thought it was really brave of you because, yeah, but I actually emceed. I was a master of ceremony for my cousin's wedding actually last weekend, and it was a fantastic wedding. It was a small reception. We did the mass thing. We massed it up, and it was very small. We had no dancing, which I was a little upset because I love dancing. I love dancing to music, and I love, yeah,
I know you.
I know, because I know when I was at your wedding, I was tearing up the dance floor. I was dancing with Jay's mom. I was, I was everywhere, and man. But that's okay. No dancing this wedding, and that was fine. We wanted to play it safe. But I was emceeing, and I will say, being in front of even 23 people, that was a little nerve-wracking. Just a little nerve-wracking. You basically steer the show. So for you for doing a show for 2 hours, I will applaud you, especially even even though you're in front of a camera. I'm not sure if that helps you, but the idea, in your mindset, that at least a few people are watching, and that can be intimidating to most. But when I was emceeing, I was just like, whew, this is this is rough. This is rough. But what I really enjoyed about your show is that it was you actually made it very engaging. You actually asked us about our goals and to write them down, and really spoke personal questions. And I felt that was really engaging, and I really loved the music. Fade Away is my personal favorite. Uh, that's pretty
Thanks,
much
man.
the
Appreciate
only one I put on repeat sometimes. The other ones, though, I haven't really listened too much, so I apologize for that. But anyway, going back to your options, you are welcome to play another song if you wish,
it. Oh,
or I can give you the Song Lib Challenge. Or,
let's
okay, or a third option, we can give you both.
let's do both.
All
But let's
right.
do the challenge first. And real quick, we saw the wedding. Love the performance. So good
Ah,
job on it. But
thank you, thank you, thank you.
yeah, It was very good, and the wedding looked beautiful. So I'm glad you guys were able to make that happen.
Oh, appreciate that. Hey, and thanks for watching too. I know my cousin really appreciated it. There were like 60 people. I saw that stream. There were 60 people that watched that. That much, that's how much
Yeah,
people
awesome.
love my performance and all their wives as well. But
Clear.
just no, but that's how much that's how many people love my cousin and her now husband. I have to say husband now. It's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say on a side note, if you are getting married, I will say one thing. If please hire a good audio team because I know for my cousin's wedding, the audio company I would say wasn't the best. They were fine. They did okay during the wedding, but it will really help to pay that little extra money for a good audio team as well as a DJ. Yeah, we didn't have a DJ, but still, even for that short time that we had with the audio team, it does pay to have, it does pay to, or, excuse me, it's worth to pay the little extra money for a good company or a good audio company. Because this company, they were late. They actually got the time wrong. My cousin was supposed to be married at 4 o'clock. They thought it was 4:30, so they came a little late. They actually brought a mic stand that didn't fit the mic that they brought. Anyway, the wedding went great. It was fine, but I will say it does pay. It is worth at the end to pay a little extra money for a good team. That being
Yeah.
said, just some tidbit of advice if you are getting married during these times or after these times. Okay, so that being said, I see that you're ready, that you have your magic wand with you.
Yes,
Uh,
Steven. I love
so,
that.
I
Thank
see. I
you.
remember. I was paying attention. I don't pay attention a lot, but that I paid attention to. So if you don't know, if you didn't see our last episode, Kevin refers to his little beautiful masterpiece over there, that guitar in his hand called a wand. He calls it the wand. And he calls it the wand because he can make magic with his instrument. Right? Is that right?
Let's see then.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a challenge for you.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to join you on this challenge so that way you aren't alone. So I brought
Okay.
my magical wand as well. All right. This little
Was
beauty
that
here.
unicorn feather in there?
Sorry. What'd you
Oh,
say?
sorry. Harry Potter joke.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Oh, I was asking if there was a unicorn feather, which I don't think is an actual thing, but
Oh
um,
no, no, I have the snake leather. I don't know.
oh, snake leather, nice.
I think I see a Death Eater sign on this one here, though. I'm not quite sure.
Oh yeah, dude, I got these new elf nose hair strings, and they're doing one.
The Guardian Leviosa. Okay, so how this challenge is going to work. S- Um, you're basically going to create a song on the fly. I'm gonna
Okay,
give you at least a minute or so or maybe less if you need it, if you don't need the whole minute, excuse me. And you are going to play a song, um, a made-up song by yourself. You can rip off any other song, or you can rip off your own songs, and then you're gonna come up with your own lyrics, okay? And I'm gonna give you the scenario. Can
okay.
you
So
get?
you're gonna give me the scenario, but I'm just gonna make up a song.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All
Okay.
right. All right, you ready for this? All right, I'm gonna make
Yeah.
this easy, okay? I'm gonna make this easy, and I'm gonna make it because it's the holidays coming, it's Thanksgiving. We're gonna make it easy for you, okay? All right.
Okay.
So you, Kevin Johnson, have arrived at your family home, uh, your mom and your dad's, where you celebrate Thanksgiving. There are at least 50, this is pre-pandemic, by the way. There are at least 50 at the home, okay? And they are like super hungry and they are super anxious. And you are responsible for making the turkey. But, but, unfortunately,
Okay.
you were strumming your guitar and you were jamming out to your family, and you accidentally burned the turkey. What
Okay.
happens next?
Okay. All right, here we go.
All right.
Um, it's Thanksgiving once again, once again. And I see my family every time, and I hang out with them. But I burn the turkey again,
He burned the
and I
turkey.
wish the charge of making sweet potatoes. Now I'm making time to say I'm sorry, but now they're pulling out the other turkey, and I'm making it up for them. Now, if you know me, I want to redeem. I want to make the most of what I do. And I don't want to burn the turkey no more.
No more
I don't want to fit on the floor.
on the floor.
I just want it with my family. And I don't want to burn the turkey.
Give it up for Kevin Johnson. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, that was pretty good, man. I was I was a little impressed. I was doing a little backup. I don't know if you heard. I was trying. That
I
was good,
thought I
man.
heard. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. And I liked how everything rhymed as well. I was that was really impressive.
Thank you. So
All right.
that's definitely like I love rhyming. It's so much fun. It's like candy with language. It's
Yeah.
the yeah, man. Thank you.
Candy with language with yeah. No, it was sweet. If you speak of candy, it was bittersweet. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to burn the turkey.
No one wants to burn the turkey, man. That's rule number one. That's rule number one. All right, man. So how about this? You give me a scenario, and I will do my best to come up with my own song. Now I might need some extra time because I'm not as an expert like you, but because that's hard to top. That was definitely hard to top. I might actually get that recorded
Sorry.
and so next time I burn the turkey, then I'm gonna play that song for my family. You know.
Yeah, I recorded it, so I'll send you a sample. Let's see. You want a scenario?
Go and give me
Let's
a
see.
give me a scenario, or give me a you can give me a scenario, or you can give me five random words, and I'll try to put them together.
Okay, let's see. You are waiting in line at Disney,
Oh gosh. Okay.
and it's your favorite ride, Space Mountain. But then you hear a tornado is coming through, and you need to leave the park and get away as fast as you can. But it's your favorite ride, and you're about to get on.
Oh,
What do you do?
that is pretty good. Okay. Okay. Can you hear this? Is that okay?
Ooh,
Mm.
this sounds good. Thank
All right.
you.
So I'm at Walt Disney World. I am getting on my favorite. I'm in line for my favorite ride, but I see a hurricane's coming. But I'm about to go on my favorite ride. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Okay. I might need to phone a friend, aka you.
Feel free to.
All right. Um, let me see. Well, I'm in line at Walt Disney World, and I'm in my favorite ride. Oh, and I'm excited. Woo-hoo. I'm not a singer, by the way, as you can tell. And I'm so excited, I'm peeing my pants. But then the hurricane comes, and I just dance. I don't know. It's like- I just dance. But my favorite ride, oh, I don't want to leave. It's my favorite ride, and I can't believe I got to leave. This
Gotta leave.
stupid ass hurricane is preventing me from having the best time of my life.
Hooray!
I don't know. That was awful.
That was very good.
Oh my gosh. I'm like that. I don't know what I am. Oh, well, put likes if you
Well done.
liked it. I feel like if I put this on YouTube, you're gonna have a lot of views.
Hey, let's turn those into these, okay?
Stay positive. Stay positive during this pandemic, okay?
And don't forget to ride Space Mountain.
I love Disney World. I work there. I love it to death. Miss it. So that song was to you, Disney World. That was like a tribute to you.
Choosing Space Mountain, by the way, was not intentional because I know you have a history with Space Mountain,
Yes, I
but
do.
but it was not my intention.
Oh man, dude, that was actually I like your song, man. What'd you think of the challenge? You enjoy that?
Oh yeah, we could do this every week. I mean, we'll see
Dude,
what happens, but I like that a lot.
dude, we can make an album out of this. We could-
Even if 'cause one thing I like to do in college, I just haven't like brought it up with friends, but I always like to freestyle rap.
Oh yeah.
And if you ever want to try that out, I mean, I don't know how that would go, but it's a lot of fun to rap and rhyme, you know?
Yeah, I used to be a rapper back in the days. I would love to revisit that. Revisit that. Yep. Actually, on a side note, I used to memorize Dr. Dre lyrics and Kanye lyrics, and I would spitball. I would spit some rhymes from them in high school. And I went to a private high school, very fantastic high school, and everyone loved, everyone loved an Asian boy spitting raps. So it was very,
Heck yeah,
yeah, man.
man.
It was a lot of fun. I miss those times. Okay, man, it's all back to you because really, you're
Ooh.
you, go ahead and just woo me with your music. Woo the audience. Woo the world. Because you do have talent, man. So show that off right now.
Oh, thank you. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna play a song. It's pretty emotional, and I'm gonna get loud. So bear with me. Till the bare end. But
To the bare end.
country bears right there. So the song I'm gonna play is called "Washed Up." This song I wrote about different problems that I was facing in my life, and obviously I'm still facing them every day. Um, the willingness to dream, the overcoming of your fear to just live your life, um, the willingness to get over procrastination. These things like haunt me, and to get over it, to get through it, to just live my life, it's such a breath of fresh air, and it's so much better than the doubt. It's so much better than the pain, and I wrote a song about that. So this song is called "Washed Up." All right, let's.
All right, Kevin Johnson, everyone.
All the problems you need to change. Do all the little lies that you keep inside remain the same? What's really going on? Are the things that you need to change? Do you know why you're really here? Does every single breath come out without regret? What do you have to fear? What's really going on? Are the things that you need to change? What's really living for? Do you know why you have a name? Whoa. 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 I know it's hard to do. I've waited all these years thinking it all through. But here I am, I'm moving now. It's so much better than the pain, so much better than the doubts. So will you promise to make a change? Will you make believe until the doubting leaves, till you become the strange? We all believe in you. We believe that you'll make a change, and no force will bring you down. You will know why you have a name. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Woo! Man, I was like,
Thank you
I
very much.
was, I was like, whoa, man, that was. You should just call that song "Whoa," cause that's how I feel like after that song. Whoa.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Um,
Uh, yeah.
yeah.
No, man. Dude, we're about that time where we're gonna wrap it up. But once again, I appreciate it that we're able to have these talks. We're gonna have these hope to have these talks again, especially weekly, at Music Chill and Convo, talking about music. Let's just summarize this episode real quickly. Just remember, at least if you didn't learn anything, at least take away these few things I'll mention now is that number one, as Kevin talked about earlier, don't ever give up your values for anything that you pursue, especially if you're pursuing money or fame or glory. Never ever give up your values and your personal beliefs. And number two, actually, the reason why I made that challenge for us, Kevin, is because I believe songwriting is always about storytelling, and storytelling is Many of my songs that at least I enjoy, and the older songs too, they talk about stories and stories that people can relate to, and that's very important, in my opinion, in songwriting.
Yeah.
And number three, just have fun and like with your songs, have fun. You have fun writing your songs, but they also have meaning to it. So also write something with meaning. Kevin, anything that you like to leave off for everyone? For S Ray in the house. Thank you, S Ray, for participating. We appreciate you very much. We hope you can join us again. J and K 5, thank you again. Thank you for joining us and having your leaving your comments. Kevin, anything you'd like to leave us?
Passion again builds identity. Um, Everyone has something inside them that, let's see, your soul is such, it's who you are. It truly is. And like your body is a vehicle that your soul is driving. So let your soul drive you to where you need to go and let it take you to places that you love so that the journey, the road trip to get to that destination, whatever it might be, let that road trip be the most enjoyable drive you've ever taken and let it last until you die, until you leave this existence. Let this existence be the one that you love.
All right, I like that. I like that a lot. Kevin, once again, can you give the audience some contact information for any collaborations musically and artistically? Because I know you create a fantastic poster for this to promote this episode for today. I'm going to go ahead and show it to the stream right now. But if you can see it right now, that Kevin Johnson did create this poster. He does have artistic talents as well as musical talents. So if you ever want to contact him for any art or any music, please reach out to Kevin. Kevin, can you give a contact information, Instagram, Facebook for the audience, please?
Yes, you can find me at the existence. So TheExistence. Simply that. And I'm also Jevin Conson on Instagram. So find me there. I post stuff usually daily. So it's JEVIN underscore that like low bar KOHNSON. So you can find me there. And then if you want to check out my portfolio, you're more than welcome to. I post fun stuff on there too and professional stuff at kmjohnsondesign.com. So you can reach me anywhere there. Um, Find me on Instagram.
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks again for just having this conversation, having some fun with us and the audience as well. And audience, we're new streamers, so thank you again for your patience. And we're still working things out. So thank you again for waiting and watching the show. And hope to see you next time at Music Chilling Convo. I'm SuperbLee, and we have Kevin Johnson from The Existence. Hope you have a great night. Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you, Steve.
Bye, Kevin. Bye.
I'm only hoping it.
I miss you, man. I miss you. I miss you, Jay. All right, man. I'll see
What?
you.
Oh, we got to do your jingle. What was it again?
Oh yeah, yeah. Do my end
It's
song. Do my end song before.
Steven Lee. It's Steven.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
oh, and then
me.
you bring it up. Wow.
I feel like SpongeBob.
We'll develop that intro for you so you can add a scene to your pitch.
All right.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a good.
Later.
Take care, everyone. Good night.
Good night.